Hi everyone, so welcome back to the tutorial. You are currently watching part 2 of the tutorial for the beret that I am wearing. If you guys are watching this for the first time, then I suggest you go watch part 1 first because it would make a lot more sense. And the link will be provided in the description bar down below. So watch part 1 first and then come back here and watch part 2. So with all that aside, let's go ahead and finish our hat. We will begin decreasing the number of stitches. Now before we were increasing 1 every row. We went from 1 to 2 to 3 all the way up to 9. Now we are going to decrease by 1 each row. So we have 9 currently, but the next row is only going to have 8, and then the one after that is 7. We're going to decrease all the way until we reach 4. So let's get started. We're going to start a new row. So as always, you're going to chain 2. Now you're going to skip the first stitch and you're going to go to the second one. And then just continue as usual. When you reach the poofy stitches, you're going to do the same thing as usual. Okay, now that we reach here, again, you're going to skip the first one and go into the second one. And just continue. If you count this, there are only 8 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then you do the poofy stitches again. The same thing is going to happen here. You're only going to end up with 8 and then the poofy stitches, so just go all the way around. I finished the row now. Now I'm going to connect it. So there you have it, our first decreased row. So this row that we just finished only has 8. If you keep following the same method of chaining 2 when you start a new row, skip the first stitch and then just go to the second one, you're going to have 1 less stitch per row for each of these increments. So the next one would have 7 in between, and then the one after that would have 6. You're going to continue that for 4 more rows. That means you're going to end up with a row where you only have 4 in between each puffy stitch. So I'll see you guys there. Just do 4 more rows with the same method. I'm finishing up the row now. So I'm just connecting it. And this is the row in which there are only 4 stitches in between the poofy stitches. I'll give you guys like a bird's view right now. So I hope that your hat looks somewhat like this at this point. We're almost done now. For the next 2 rows, we will be having 4 stitches in between every poofy stitches. So I just chained 2 and that will be the first stitch. Now you're going to go into this stitch. It's just the one that's right next to it. So that's really the first stitch. Now we have 2. So this is 1, that's 2. And then the one next to it. 3, the one next to it, 4, and now you're going to do the 2 poofy stitches. We reached this section again, and again you're going to have 4 stitches, so just go into the first stitch. And continue on. So 2, 3, 4, and then do your 2 poofy stitches, go all the way around, and then connect it, chain 2, and do the exact same thing so that you still have 4 stitches in between each poofy stitches. I just finished up the very last row that consists of 4 stitches in between every poofy stitches. I'm just going to do a quick overview of everything so far before we do the ending stitches. So again, we had the base, and then we had 1. When I say 1, 2, 3, or 4, I'm referring to the number of stitches in between the poofy stitches. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4. And now we are going to end the beret. It's very simple. You're just going to chain 2 when you start a new row. Then you're going to go through every single stitch. You're just going to insert the crochet hook. This time we're not going to wrap the yarn around the crochet hook. You're just going to insert the crochet hook into every single stitch. pull the yarn through, and you'll end up with 2 loops on your crochet hook. Wrap the yarn around your crochet hook and then pull through the remaining 2 loops again. And keep repeating. I've made it all the way to the other side now, so now I'm just going to connect it. Okay, now we're going to start a new row, so chain 2 and just repeat the same thing. And you're going to do this you're going to finish this whole row and then do one more on top of that for a total of these 3 ending rows. I'm finishing up the 3rd and last row now. Just gonna connect that. Take a pair of scissors, snip off the excess, pull the yarn all the way through, and then do a double knot, and you are finished. I'm also going to attach a pom-pom, but of course this is optional. I will have a tutorial on this later. Once it's uploaded, I will link it down below in the description bar. Basically, you just insert the pom-pom through the hole. Okay, pull it through, and then you're just going to tie a knot under here. And that completes the hat. So I hope you guys really like the end results, because I do, and I think it's going to make a great gift for someone you know, or just even just for yourself. I know a lot of you guys are going to ask whether or not I have a pattern for this, and I don't. I learned this from my mom, and we didn't write a pattern for it, and I can't write one either, so I apologize for that. But if you guys get any confusion while watching the tutorial, just rewind and rewatch. Also read the info box down below if you have any further questions, because I will try to provide more detailed explanations and just a lot of additional information down there. So I think I'll help you guys out if you read the info bar. So if you guys recreate this hat or just any of my tutorials, please share pictures with me. I just love it so much when you guys send me pictures on Twitter or on Instagram, and if you've done so before, you know that I always comment back. I always like your posts. I always reply. I just love interacting with you guys on other social media platforms, because you guys get to see me, but I never get to see you guys. So when you guys talk to me on Twitter or Instagram, I feel like I get to know you guys a little bit better, and that just makes me very happy. So please do that if you guys want to make me happy or you want to make my day. But I think that's all I have to say. So I will see you guys on Twitter or on Instagram, which I'll leave my username somewhere around the screen. If not over there, then I'll see you guys in my next video.